Hello and welcome. In this video, you will learn how you can unwrap optionals using force unwrapping. So let's look at our optional again, and let's just assign a value to it. So let's say number is equal to 5. And then let's print it. So print number. See this optional keyword around our integer value? Well, this is exactly our box, right? So this thing here is our box, and inside of it we have our value, right? And now in order to use our value, we of course have to unwrap this box, because if we would use it without unwrapping, then so let's just try multiplying it with some value 2, then really what we get is an error saying that, well, you cannot of course multiply a box with 2, because Swift does not understand it, right? What's a box multiplied by 2? So we have to first unwrap our box and get the value out of this box in order to work with it. So here's one way of doing it. You just put an exclamation mark after your variable, after your optional. And what this does is pretty much just, it says, I don't care what's inside this box, just unwrap it and get the value out of it, even if there's nothing inside of it. So if we would print out this now, then we should get our result exactly. And we can also delete this multiply by 2. And we should see our integer inside this box, which we have just unwrapped. And the problem right now is, of course, what if this number actually has nothing? So what if our optional, our box, actually is empty? So it has nothing inside of it. So if we would just comment out this line, then what will happen is we will open an empty box and grab the emptiness inside of it and try to use it as an integer. Then of course, if we want to try to do it, then our app will crash, right? Because we can't use nothing as an integer. So this is where you really have to be careful with force unwrapping, because with force unwrapping, you really have to make sure that you have something inside of it. And if you aren't sure, then of course there are other methods on how you can do it, where we actually try to find out first if there's something inside of it, and then we will decide what we are doing. We could ignore it or give it a default value, and how that works will be discussed in future videos.